let's get started. I'm going to want to make sure you can actually see the mat. All right, so we're going to start with some breath work today. So if it's comfortable for you, come down and kneel Japanese style. If this is not comfortable, you can sit on your sit bones, or you could even pop a blanket or something similar underneath your sit bones in this position. So we're going to come in and breathe deeper into the belly. So close down through your eyes, lengthen through your spine. And bringing that awareness to the tip of your nose and breathing the breath deeper down into the belly. Now, if you're doing this yoga class at the beginning of the day, and welcome to those who are joining live right now, what I would suggest is if you haven't had anything to eat, perfect. I'm going to suggest a certain breathing technique, pranayama, and it's going to help warm up the body. So with this change in season, with all the issues with or potential issues with the immune system right now, it's a really good idea to start bringing more awareness into the belly, and our breath work can really help to boost our immune system. So the type of breathing we're going to try is called Kapalabhati. So to give you a description of it first, you let the belly fill with air, and then it's a slight little pull in with your tummy muscles. And you don't try and have an inhale, you just let the lungs refill and you're just squeezing the belly in. So it's more of a focus on the exhale, and it helps to really cultivate this warmth in the body. And in around here is a really specific part of the lymphatic system, which helps to really help with our immune system. And it also helps to wake us up. So it gives you a really good energy first thing in the morning. All right, so we'll get started. We're going to take a deep breath in. And now as you breathe out, so notice how your belly's squeezing in and the lungs are naturally filling and exhaling. Ten more. Raise the arms up. We're just going to squeeze the fingers towards the palms of the hands. So again, we're getting all this circulation happening through the body. If your knees and your ankles aren't handling you kneeling down on them, that's okay. You can sit cross-legged. So feel free to do that. We've got 10 more of these little hand squeezes. We'll get started on Kapalabhati for round 2. Okay, release the hands back down, deep breath in. And start now. Ten more. Finish that breath, inhale, allow the arms to rise, and starting their hands, so it's kind of like trying to clap one-handed. Keep breathing deeply into that solar plexus area, helping to expand the ribs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go through one last round. So I've got a sweat up. Hopefully you do too. Okay, one more deep breath in. And we'll start. Ten more. Inhale, arms rise. Squeezing the hands. Breathing normally, breathing deeper into the belly. Exhale, allow those hands to float back down. I'm going to move over onto all fours now. Just take some cat-cow, open up through the spine. So inhale, bring the chin up. Exhale, tucking the chin in, squeeze the belly button. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one, inhale. Now as you exhale, bring yourself back after your cat. Come back into a extended child's pose. So stretch those arms forward and allow the shoulders to float away from the earlobes. Bring the forehead down onto the mat and sink your hips down towards your heels. Deep inhale into your belly. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back to a neutral spine position, so tabletop. I'm going to tuck all 10 toes first. Press the hands a little further forward. Make sure that your hands are completely flat on the mat, about shoulder distance apart, and then lift the hips up nice and high. And then one by one, start to move your heels downward, coming into our first downward facing dog of the day. So deep breathing into your belly here, into your heart, making sure that you're pressing your chest towards the knees and you've got breath to movement. So inhale, exhale, allow those heels to float down. Inhale onto toes, exhale, float the feet down. 2 more. Come onto your toes and just start to walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat. We're going to take a forward fold, but a really gentle one just to help awaken the lower back this morning. So we're going to take a hold of opposite elbows, tuck the chin, just allow the head to hang here. What I want you to do is bend through your knees enough so that you can get your torso or your belly onto your thighs. A deep inhale, tuck the chin so you're actually utilizing gravity here. Anytime the head's below the heart, it helps to slow down the thoughts, slow down the nervous system. 2 more breaths. Relax the shoulders. Release the hands, and we're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to the top. So hold in through the tummy. And once you get to the top, we're going to find our way into a mountain pose. So bringing big toes to touch at the top of the mat, or if you've got lower back issues, just bring those feet about hip distance apart. Bring the palms down either side of the body, tuck the hips under just a little, roll the shoulders down your back, lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your feet into the mat. Feel every single little toe, the outer blade, and into the heel. So grounding yourself in here. Now we're going to inhale, allow the hands to float all the way up. Palms touch at the top. And then as you exhale, allow those hands to float down the midline of the body. Bend the knees and frame the feet with the hands. Tuck the chin, come into a forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping that right foot back, come down onto right knee. Once you've got your balance here, inhale, arms rise. Sink into the hips as you exhale. Sink those shoulders down. Send the fingertips forward, frame the front foot. Stepping that left foot back and meeting the right, we're going to come back into child's pose. One breath here, inhale. Now as you exhale, slithering forward onto forearms. And then bringing yourself down all the way onto your tummy. We're going to tent the fingers under the shoulders, untuck the toes, bring the elbows closer to the rib cage, and then just start to roll the chest up off the mat. So coming into baby cobra, reaching up with the chin. Then exhale, lowering down. Flatten through the palms, come back onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes, press back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, raise up through that right leg. So send it up nice and high. Fan through the toes, press the chest towards the left leg. Now bend through that right knee and bring the right knee to the chest. Step the right foot forward, come onto left knee. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, hands float down. Tuck right toes, tuck left toes, sorry. Step left foot all the way forward, coming into forward fold. Breathe all the way up. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking it over to the other side. Inhale, hands rise all the way up. Exhale, hands flat out nice and wide. Lead with the heart. Frame the feet. Breathe all the way out. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. Come onto left knee. Arms rise. As you exhale, sink into those hips. Hands float down, frame that front foot. Step the right foot back, coming back into child's pose, one breath. Coming forward, lowering yourself down onto your tummy nice and slowly. And then inhale, come up into your baby cobra. Keep those elbows tucked into the ribs. Bring the chin up. And exhale, lowering down. Come back up onto all fours. Tuck all 10 toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe all the way up. One more breath here. Inhale, left leg rises. Send it all the way up. Fan out through those toes. And now bring that left knee into the chest. Step the left foot all the way forward. Come down onto right knee. Arms rise. Sink through hips. Send fingertips forward. Frame the foot. Tuck the toes. Stepping all the way forward. Breathe all the way out. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart. So take a moment here, bringing yourself back to balance, bring yourself back into that mountain pose. So either big toes touching or feet hip distance apart. Tuck the hips under, raise up through the spine. Inhale. Now as you exhale, bring hands to heart. Take a nice big step back with the right foot. I'm going to twist through the hips. So we're going to bring ourselves into a warrior one pose. So inhale, allow those arms to rise, and exhale, bend through the left knee, and you try and keep your hips facing forward. So if they're not quite got that leverage, bring your right toes out to the very edge of the mat and help twist those hips forward. If your shoulders, are really tight, you're welcome to keep your hands on your hips here. So inhale, exhale, sink. Inhale, warrior two. So use the length of the mat, making sure that you've got a really, really long stance here. You're pretty much using the entire mat. And you want heel to heel alignment. Sink a little deeper into that left knee. Your focus point for your eyes is the middle finger of the left hand. Now inhale, raise up through the arms. And exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, sink that little bit deeper. Allow the right fingertips to reach the right leg. Bring yourself back into reverse warrior. So really open up through the left rib cage, through the left side waist. Inhale. Exhale, back into warrior two. Now bend through that left elbow. Float up through the right fingertips. Sink a little deeper into the hips. Inhale. And then exhale, send the right fingertips all the way forward. We're going to take a big circle with the arm with the breath. So breathe all the way out. And then as you breathe in, the arm's coming all the way up. So mobility for the shoulder here and getting the strength through the hips. So try not to lean too hard through that left arm. We're going to take 2 more big circles with that right arm. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And back to warrior two. Lengthen through that left leg. Arms are like a capital T. And start to send those left fingertips forward. We're going to find ourselves into Trikonasana. Now in Trikonasana, I would recommend the vast majority of people, you're just bringing your hand to the inside of the knee and then send the right arm straight up. If you're more advanced, you can bring the hand a little further down. But what I don't want happening is this. We want to be able to open up through the heart. Open up, it's like you're leaning against a pane of glass. Take an inhale. And then exhale, send those right fingertips down. We're going to bend through the left knee and step back into plank. So once you've got your plank here, option to be on your knees or off your knees. So take whatever option works for you. Really press into the fingertips. And we're going to lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On your tummy, option for baby cobra or coming into full cobra. Really pressing into the fingertips. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the heart. Inhale. Exhale, rolling back down. Press yourself back up onto all fours. And then find yourself into your downward facing dog. Hips high, heels down low. Roll shoulder blades apart. Breathe into heart. Last breath. Breathe all the way out. Come onto toes. Step both feet all the way forward to the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking a moment here to ground into the feet. Bring your toes together or feet are hip distance apart if there's lower back issues. But everybody's switching in through the core. You want this to be solid. Lengthen through the spine. Roll the shoulders down your back. One more breath. Hands come to heart. Take a big step back with the left foot this time. So we're going to take warrior one on the other side. Now, like you did on the other side, we're going to make sure that those hips are facing towards the front and you're bending through that right knee. If the hips aren't coming towards the front, you're bringing your left toes out to the edge of the mat. Option to have your hands on your hips or you raise up through the arms. If your shoulders are really tight, just keep your hands on your hips. Don't push it. Inhale. And exhale, sink a little deeper. Bring the arms out like a capital T, moving, heel toeing that left foot back. Just check your alignment here. You've got heel to heel alignment. You're using almost your entire mat. And your hips are more in alignment with the length of the mat now. So finding warrior two, your focal point for your eyes is the middle finger of the right hand. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the hips under. Now inhale, raise up through the arms, lengthen the right leg. And exhale, sink. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Last one, inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Bend right elbow, find right knee. Send left fingertips up, stretching them right up. So we're keeping the chest nice and open. If anything, try and roll that left shoulder back. Fingertips are engaged. Let's send the left fingertips all the way over, coming into side angle. And just watch what's happening through this right hand. You don't want to be leaning too hard into that right knee. Nice and light here. Now taking inhale, we're starting to circle. And breathing out. Nice mobility for the shoulder. Really, really good for core strength and for the hip flexors here. So inhale, 2 more. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back into warrior 2. Lengthen that right leg. Now reach those right fingertips forward. You're going to find Trikonasana on the other side. So either bringing that right palm to the inside of the right hip, roll that left shoulder back, and then allow those left fingertips to come all the way up. So just checking yourself that you're in alignment here and that you're not leaning too far forward or too far back. You're not leaning too hard into that right hand. One more breath. Send the left fingertips forward, bend through that right knee, pressing yourself back into plank. Option to have knees down or knees up. Inhale. And lowering down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes. Option for baby cobra or coming into full cobra. Lifting the chin. Inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way back down. Pressing yourself back up onto all fours first. And then finding your downward facing dog. So hips high, allow the feet to sink. Roll the shoulders apart. Just notice those sensations that are happening through the back, through the hips, through the legs. Should be working all that circulation through the body. Maybe your respiratory rate's gone up, or your cardiovascular rate's gone up. It's all good. Now's the time to settle it all back down. Inhale. Exhale. Come onto toes, stepping all the way forward. We're going to take a forward fold here. So feet are hip distance apart. Bend through the knees as much as you need to. We actually want to take the hands and slide them underneath the feet here. So you're giving your hands and wrists a little bit of a massage with the feet. Now if you need to bend your knees really deeply, that's completely fine. Otherwise, try and lengthen through the legs and bring the heart towards your knees. Tuck the chin in. Relax the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Release through those hands. Give them a little circle. Hold in through the tummy, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to the top. Once you've reached the top, we're going to bring the shoulders up, back and down. And again, taking shoulders up, back and down. Now ground down through the left foot. We're going to try and keep the knees together, bend through the right leg. Take a hold of that right foot with the right hand. Now what we wanted to do here is start to kick that right hand with the right foot and reach that left hand forward. So coming into dancing pose. It's a really good balancing pose. So it's this counter active pose where you're kicking into the hand and it's helping to open up through the heart. You've got to really, really focus on a point about 1 meter in front of you. Take a deep inhale. Now exhale, release the leg and the foot back down. Walk that out. We're going to go straight into another balance pose with a slight twist. So come down into a squat position like you're sitting down into a chair. Ground down through that left foot again. We're going to pick up that right leg and cross it over the left. If you can, tuck those toes behind the back of the calf. So sink quite deep here. Bring the arms out nice and wide. Bring that left arm underneath the right. So coming into eagle, lift the elbows up. Breathe in and out. And in and out. Release the arms, release the legs, walk the legs out. Bit of a doozy sometimes. You might be feeling a bit of burn through that left leg. It's a really, really good strengthener for all of our balancing poses. We're going to take it over to the other side. So ground down through your right foot, bend through the left leg, take a hold of that left ankle with the left hand. Find your focus point for your eyes about 1 meter in front of you. Raise up through the right hand. Start kicking that left foot into the left hand, reaching those right fingertips forward. Keep kicking, reaching, breathe. One more. And then exhale, releasing down. Getting your balance here, bring big toes to touch, squatting down into your yogi chair. Ground down through that right foot, left goes up over right. And try and tuck those toes in behind the calf. Okay, once you've got your balance there, arms like capital T, right arm underneath left, coming into eagle. Lift up through those elbows. Deep breath in and down. And in and out. Release arms, release legs. Walking those legs out. Really good burn, really good for our stabilizing muscles. So we're just going to make our way down onto the floor. So raise up through the arms. Bring the hands down the midline of the body. Find yourself into your forward fold. Breathe all the way out. Inhale, hands to shins. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. Lowering down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Run our bellies. And once you're on your belly, start bending through those knees. You're going to bring those feet together and reach around and take a hold of the ankles. Now, a little word of warning here. If you've got really tender lower back, or if this is feeling like it's sort of crunching through the lower back, then I would suggest to do one leg at a time here. Okay? So one leg at a time. If you can't quite reach your leg, that's okay too. You can take a hold of a strap, or you can take a hold of a tea towel or something similar like a tie or a scarf, wrap it around the foot, and then you can pull it here, which is going to pull the foot closer to you. So lay all the way down, keep the chin nice and straight, and take a hold of either one or both ankles. Breathe all the way out. And now breathe in, kick the feet into the hands, opening up through the heart. So coming into bow pose. You'll notice this beautiful massage action through the belly and an opening through the heart and shoulders. One more breath. Now exhale, release. Just allow the left side of the face to come onto the floor, relaxing everything down. Two more breaths, really making the most of this deep state of relaxation. Now bring chin back to center, holding through those knees. If you only did one side, then jumping over to the other side this time. Otherwise, if you did both, we're doing both again. So breathe all the way out. Now when you breathe in, kick those feet into the hands, open up through the heart. You're bringing yourself up onto your belly button, onto the softness of your tummy. Little breaths. Listening into your belly. What is happening in your belly? Allow that massage action to help the digestive organs. One more breath in. And now exhale, allow yourself to release down. Right side of face onto mat. Relax everything down. We're just going to take that a little bit further now. If you've got sore lower back, then just sit this one out, or you could potentially just come into Sphinx pose. Otherwise, if you're still feeling good, I want to bring in a shoulder and heart opener into this. So press the toes into the mat, interlace the fingers down the spine, roll the shoulder blades together, roll the wrists and the elbows together. Breathe all the way out. Now breathe in and send those fingertips, those hands a little further away from the bottom, and try and lift the heart up, lift the chin up, relax the shoulders. Working deeply through digestion and deeply through the lymphatic system right underneath the heart here. One more breath. And then relaxing yourself down. Left side of face comes onto mat. We're only doing that one once. Now we're going to make our way back into child's pose. So bring the hands underneath shoulders, pressing yourself onto all fours. Now option here to have knees really wide or knees quite close together. It depends on how you're feeling, how your hips are feeling. An option to have arms forward. That's going to help really stretch out that lower back. Otherwise, if your shoulders are tight, just bring your arms down beside you. Relax the forehead down. I'm just starting to reawaken the spine, the nervous system, the heart. So pressing yourself back up. We're going to come into our more yin postures now. So sitting down upon your bottom, you're going to send the left leg out to the side and tuck that right knee in nice and close. So sitting right upon your sit bones here. Make sure that you're feeling solid through your core, through your base, and really lengthen through the top of the head here. So making sure that your spine is long. We're going to just start sending that left hand down the left leg. You might feel this stretch through the side waist here. So either keep your right hand on the right hip to keep it rolling down, or you could just send this right arm up and then tuck the hand in behind the neck. So we're actually opening up through the heart, opening up through the pec, through the front of the deltoid here. So do notice when in class that people will be a bit shaky in this position, and I want you to actually try and relax into it. So what can you do to just bring yourself back, maybe just a touch, so that you're not shaking and you're not feeling like you're struggling. Just focusing on your breath here. Keep the heart open. Keep the rib cage open. Keep breathing into the right side of the body. So it's deeply cleansing and awakening for the kidneys. It's a really good way to help calm down the nervous system, and it's a great way to open up through the spine. So the more open we are in the side waist and through the rib cage, the easier it is to get mobility through our spine. So there is method to the madness. Can you sink a little deeper here? So these yin poses, we do hold for a fair bit longer than our more yang postures where it's more breath to movement. So just being with it, be with your breath, breathe into your belly. 2 more breaths. And last one. Release the right arm down, sending yourself back up nice and slowly. So you want to restack the spine. Feeling it nice and gently. We want to just bring that left leg in now. So coming into butterfly pose. And again, trying to find your sit bone. So if you need to raise up through the hips, just sit upon a block or sit upon a roll up towel or similar. Just make sure that you're breathing into your heart here, breathing into your hips. So close down through your eyes, relax through your shoulders. Lengthen the spine. Keep folding in through that left leg. Send the right leg out nice and wide. So again, like we did last time, we want to find our sit bones here. We want to make sure that we've got this balance first. Lengthen the spine. And then start to send that right hand down the right leg this time. You can either leave your left hand on left hip, or you have the option to bring the left arm up. And then tucking that hand behind the neck and keep rolling that left elbow up. And it will just intensify that opening and that awareness through the hip, through the side waist, through the rib cage, and also through the shoulder. So like I said on the other side, you want to make sure that you are not shaking and struggling in this posture. You want to make sure that you are breathing, and that if you are starting to shake or it's feeling uncomfortable, you can just back out just a little bit. And you just go to that place where it feels really good for you, where it's a good stretch, but you're not actually feeling like you could potentially injure. Take that gentle, steady breath into your belly and out. And in and out. 2 more, in and out. In and out. Release that left hand down, sitting back up upon the sit bones, allowing your spine to realign. And just fold that right foot back in. So finding your butterfly pose once again. Allow those knees to float out to either side. Close down through your eyes, lengthen the spine. So noticing the peace, the calm, the awareness. One more deep inhale. Now as you exhale, just fold those knees back up together. We're going to swirl around so we're at using the length of the mat once again. And just start to roll yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae onto your spine. And then once you're there, we're going to start moving through our supine twists. So we're going to bring the arms out like a capital T, cross the right leg over the left, and then allow the knees to float over to the left. Bring the chin towards right shoulder. Keep rolling that right shoulder down and twist from the middle of the body. So you're twisting here through the solar plexus, not trying to twist through the lower back. Our lower backs are not made for mobility. They are our stability. So really try and move through this rib cage. Keep rolling the rib cage down. It doesn't really matter what's happening with your knees. Keep rolling the chin towards the right shoulder. Allow this stretch through the side part of your neck. Deep breath in and out. Breathing in, rolling back onto your spine. Uncross that leg and then squeezing the knees into your heart. Just taking a rock from side to side, nice and gently. And then circling the knees, massaging through the tops of the glutes and the sacrum, the lower back. And then allowing those knees to come back the other way. Allow the feet to float back down. Now coming to our supine twist on the other side. So pick up the right leg, crossing over, sorry, left leg crosses over right and dropping the knees over to the right, and the chin comes towards left shoulder. So twisting through that midline of the body, breathing deep into the solar plexus. One more breath in. Rolling back upon the spine, uncross the legs. Now, finding yourself into a happy baby pose. So bring the feet so that they're facing towards the ceiling and take a hold of the arches of the feet with the fingertips. You're going to send the knees down towards the armpits, tuck the chin in. So we're trying to lengthen the spine at the same time. So it's this deep stretch through the pelvis, through the adductors. Try and roll the tailbone down. Breathing deep into the belly. Helping with the release of all the connective tissue around the pelvis, the ligaments, any areas of tightness through the hips. Two more breaths. And just release through the feet. Send those legs all the way up. Point through the toes. So we need to try and hold in through your tummy here and just keep the legs straight up. So if you are on your period, then just stay right here. Otherwise, you can bend through the knees and bring yourself up into a shoulder stand. So we're essentially wanting to roll the elbows closer together under the body, support the body just in the lower back here with your hands, and then keep pointing the toes straight up. So you want to be able to feel the back of your neck straight on the mat and keep pointing those toes. So super beneficial for all the hormone systems of our bodies, for circulation, helping to relax and calm us, but also energize. The area of focus is your kneecaps or in at your belly button. Keep pressing up high. And now we're going to start bringing the knees towards the forehead. And if you possibly can, we're going to come into plow pose. So send those feet all the way back. And the toes are just dangling behind the head. So it's a deep forward fold here, but we're utilizing gravity. So it feels really, really good to stretch out through the neck here. Two more breaths. Now really gently hold in through your core and start to roll yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slowly, just allow those feet to float all the way down. Use your core strength here. And once the feet have floated all the way down, we're going to bend through the knees. Just bring the knees together. The feet are as wide as the mat. Bring the palms to face up. Breathing into the belly here. Now, the reason why we do this and we don't come straight into a counter pose is because it takes time for the spine, for the discs to all come back into alignment. So we're in quite some deep openers just before, so we're wanting to just allow that to all calm back down before we move into our last couple of poses. Two more breaths. Just lengthen those feet along the mat, so zip the legs together. We are going to take a fish pose now, so bring the hands underneath the bottom Bring the elbows as close together as you can. Lean back onto the elbows and the forearms. So you open up through the heart here first. Zip the legs together. Go into a little mini back bend first. Then start to bring chin towards ceiling. Allow the head to float down onto the mat, and you're opening up through the heart and throat here. 5 breaths. Relax shoulders. Open heart. 2 more breaths. Now, as you come out of it, bring your chin towards your chest, press your elbows into the mat. Just allow those hands to come out from underneath you, and then you're making your way, rolling back down into Shavasana. So bring the palms to face up. The feet just lay either side. Relax all the shoulders down. Relax the lower back. Relax the feet. You take 10 deep breaths here, really soaking up all the changes that your body has been through. Allowing the circulation, the relaxation, the purification to run through the body. And all you need to do is relax and allow it to happen. And just bringing your awareness back into the room, wriggling toes, wriggling fingertips, sending the arms above you, sending the toes away, taking a nice big stretch. And just rolling yourself over onto one side, taking your time, making your way back up into a seated position in the middle of your mat. So ground down into your sit bones. Lengthen through the spine, close down through your eyes. And bring hands to heart. Bow down in gratitude for your body for opening up, for your mind for staying still. And may you carry this peace with you for the rest of the day. Namaste.